One of the first times I saw somebody healed on the spot was on a mission trip in Brazil. I was with a large international team, and we were all serving in prayer ministry. And a guy came up in my line, a tall teenage boy, and told me he had vision trouble. And I assumed he meant distance vision, so I said, "Oh, can you read that sign over there?" And he said, "Well, I don't have trouble reading at a distance. It's reading books or reading writing that I'm having a lot of trouble with." And I asked him, "Well, have you seen a doctor?" He said, "No." And it struck me that in other parts of the world, there is so little access to medical care compared to what we know here. And the poor, those who have no recourse except to the Lord, very often have more faith and more openness to let the Lord work. They're just completely open to God because He's all they've got. And so it just was filled with compassion for this young boy. I and another person began to pray for him. And after a while, I asked him, "Well, what do you think? Does it seem like it might be better?" And he said, "Yeah, I think so." And I said, "Okay, let's find a book and see if you have any improvement in reading." And several people helped us look around, and finally somebody found a Bible that was literally the tiniest Bible I've ever seen that I could barely read in this darkened church. And I handed it to this teenage boy, and he just read straight down the page like it was no problem. I mean, of course, there's no medical verification or anything, but that's not what was important. What was important is this kid knew that Jesus had just done something powerful in him, in his body, in his eyes. And I know that his faith was powerfully impacted by that, and that in some way his life was changed, and my life was changed too.